As I stood before my childhood home, a place teeming with memories both tender and terrifying, I couldn't help but feel a blend of nostalgia and dread. The house, with its Victorian architecture and peeling paint, had been left to me, the last remnant of a family long gone. Yet it wasn't the house itself that filled me with apprehension. It was what lay beneath it, in the depths of the old musty basement. As a child, I had discovered a hidden room in the basement. This room, accessible only by navigating through the narrow gaps between the floor joists, held a secret that was both enchanting and horrific. At the center of this small stone chamber was a door in the floor, covered in a liquid that shimmered like mercury. This was no ordinary door. It was a portal to another reality, a gateway to a world of dreams and nightmares. The first time I touched the liquid mercury, it enveloped me, pulling me into a realm of pure fantasy. This dream world was a vivid tapestry of colors and sensations, a place of boundless joy and freedom. Here, the air was sweet and the skies were a canvas of ever-changing hues. The grass underfoot felt softer than silk, and the trees swayed gently, whispering secrets of ancient magic. In this world, I was more than just a boy. I was a creature of light and wonder. My body felt light as a feather, and I could leap into the sky, soaring among the clouds like an eagle. The food here was like nothing I had ever tasted. Fruits burst with nectar, and the candy sparkled with a sweetness that lingered on the tongue. My friends and I laughed and played, our hearts unburdened by the woes of the real world. We swam with vibrant fish in crystal-clear rivers and danced with exotic birds under a cerulean sky. Time seemed irrelevant, and every moment was a treasure of pure, unadulterated bliss. But the last time I entered, the world had transformed into a twisted shadow of its former self. The once vibrant landscape was now a bleak, subterranean nightmare, a labyrinth of dark, damp tunnels that reeked of decay and despair. The air was thick and stagnant, filled with the echoes of distant, tortured moans. This underworld was inhabited by grotesque creatures, each more horrifying than the last. There were beings with dull, clown-like face paint, their twisted smiles a mockery of joy. Their eyes, empty of life, stared with a haunting intensity that chilled me to the bone. Others were malformed, their bodies emaciated, limbs missing or bent at unnatural angles. They crawled on all fours, their movements jerky and unsettling, like marionettes controlled by a malevolent puppeteer. Among these monsters were creatures that drooled thick, viscous saliva, their mouths agape in a perpetual, silent scream. The sound of their dripping saliva was a constant, unnerving reminder of the perversion of this place. Their breath was fetid, filling the air with the stench of rot and decay. These creatures would come close, their faces inches from mine, their breath hot and suffocating. I could feel their hunger, a ravenous desire that was both physical and existential. In this hellish landscape, I was a prisoner, my body and spirit withering under the weight of endless despair. The sense of isolation was overwhelming, a void that consumed all hope. I wandered the dark corridors, my heart heavy with sadness, yearning for a glimpse of the bright world I once knew. Then, after what felt like an eternity, the liquid mercury appeared again. Desperate for escape, I plunged into it without hesitation, only to find myself back in the basement of my childhood home, forever changed by the horrors I had experienced. Now, as I stood at the threshold of that same door, I was torn between the allure of revisiting the joys of the dream world and the terror of facing the nightmares that lurked within. With a heavy heart, I made my decision. I descended the creaking stairs to the basement, my hands trembling as I approached the door. As I touched the liquid mercury, I was consumed by a rush of emotions, fear, longing, and a faint glimmer of hope. Then, in a flash of light and a swirl of colors, I was gone, leaving behind the empty shell of a house filled with memories both beautiful and monstrous. The door in the basement remained, a silent guardian of the mysteries and wonders that lay beyond its enigmatic threshold.